Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Man, We're Too Old for This, here on the Nerdturnal Network. I'm your host, the experience of some call Jason, and with me today is...
Blurred Dawn of the Veil, Todd Father.
The droid you're looking for, CDL-113.
And today we're going to talk about the newest Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever trailer. When did it drop?
Early this week, I think it was Monday.
Yeah, I want to say Monday.
I knew I'd been seeing the screenshot of Shuri for a minute, but I hadn't got around to watching it till just for recording. So Danny, what did you think of it?
The trailer, the two things I liked about the trailer was the scene with Namor coming down and flying with his little wing feet and the mom being outraged at the UN. That's about all I can say. It really got my, like, oh yeah, if I was the queen, the late queen's, husband, I'd be mad that my husband has died and my son has died too.
Okay. I did think Namor looked kind of neat.
Yeah, the scene with Namor landing,
Yeah,
looks neat as shit. Just cause, to see little winged feet in live action's kind of neat.
Right after they referred to him as the Feather Serpent.
Yeah.
If you're going to tie him to Aztec culture, then that's neat. Yeah, that's a neat way to make that work, kind of.
Kind of makes you wonder just how goddamn old is Namor supposed to be in this damn thing. But Atlanteans live funny, so yeah.
Or he could have been born like that, and since it fits something of their mythology, they just rolled with it.
He'd be old as hell, because Namor was in World War II. He's old as hell.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, Atlanteans don't age normal.
He was an adult during World War II.
And if they tap into Ultimate Namor,
then he was just flat out God.
But yeah, I didn't think it was a terrible trailer. I mean, I'm still kind of in the camp of hashtag no T'Challa, no ticket, but it did not look too terrible. I wouldn't say that I like Ironheart's armor, but I kind of approve of it being bulky and kind of ugly looking, since it's going to be the first something she's built.
Trick is though, that's the second armor, because they've shown you her armor that was supposed to be kind of like her Mark 1, the kind of silvery, trashy one that she made out of cars, and it looked cooler than that one.
Oh, maybe that's her Namor Buster. Then I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I'll find out when I read about
it. So what did you think of it overall, Ty?
If it was something other than supposed to be Black Panther, I'd probably be excited about it. It's two things working against it. One, it's current day MCU, which means MCU is starting to become synonymous with disappointment, trash to me. And two, it's supposed to be a sequel to Black Panther. If this was Namor the Submariner, the movie, yeah, I'd be cool about seeing it. Saying it's Black Panther, that's bullshit. They can keep that.
If they had done this in the time frame between, when he had turned to dust
during the snap,
the
trick is but you would have literally had to made it a Namor the Submariner movie, because that's just it. You have a segment online go, oh no, it's supposed to be during the snap. Shuri got snapped away.
That's right, she did.
Shuri didn't make it. The only two main Wakandans that you know because I don't think Ramonda made it. I think the only two main Wakandans that made it were Okoye and M'Baku.
Yeah.
Because Okoye made it because you saw her during Endgame, and you see M'Baku. M'Baku didn't snap away.
Yeah.
When the snap's happening, you have him kind of looking around like, what the hell is this? So, unless he went late, unless they pulled a Spider-Man and all the main characters died, so nobody would be older when Pete came back. But I'm cool with this one. That's when they chose to kill off T'Challa along with Chadwick, that was the dumbest fucking decision I think I've ever heard of.
Yeah. I was online and you had a group. Well, you had made a comment how they were wanting to replace the actor. Was it for Harrison Ford?
Yeah, they're getting ready to have Harrison Ford replace William Hurt's Thunderbolt Ross.
And I made the comment, If they do that, that'll be 2 Thunderbolt Rosses. Well, 3 because you had
because you had Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott playing. Then you've had 3 actors play Howard Stark. You've had
3 Hulks if you count the Ang Lee. You've had but hell, let's just go MCU because they go, well, that ain't MCU. Well, you've had 2 Hulks in the MCU. You've had 2 War Machines in the MCU. You're about to have 2 Thunderbolt Rosses in the MCU. You've had 2 Red Skulls in the MCU. You've had 2 War Machines in the MCU.
And 3 Thanoses? Because it's been 3 different.
You had 2. You had 2 because you had Damian Porter, who was Thanos, was the black dude that was Thanos at the end of the Avengers, and then they cast Josh Brolin after that. So you had 2 Thanoses. Yeah, but T'Challa's the one that we just can't do that, and he's the only one whose actor died. Well, other than Thunderbolt's actor died.
Yeah,
but just so embodied. Just so embodied. Well, let's be honest. Damian Porter looked more like comic book Thanos than Josh Brolin ever did.
Yeah,
but you can handle that. The Harry Potter crew could handle when the dude that played Gandalf died. I mean, played what's the head mage?
Dumbledore.
The original Dumbledore died. Next movie, you had a new Dumbledore. He's so embodied the role. Get the fuck out of here.
You've had 6 or 7 James Bonds.
Yeah, it's that shit. It's just so embodied the role. I just can't believe it. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit.
Yeah,
because I don't want to, and this gives me a good excuse.
Yeah, and Disney is doing what Warner Brothers did with Superman Returns. Remember when Christopher Reeve died, Christopher and Dana Reeve passed away right there around when Superman Returns come out, and they damn near trotted the corpses out as a marketing tool. Disney is taking that to a whole new level because there's this ghoulish ass shit. I don't care who don't like the fact that there's a bunch of creeps and ghouls with this. I'm gonna wear all white to Wakanda because in African cultures you wear white to a funeral. So when you see all those people in white, that's T'Challa's funeral. I'm gonna wear all white to the movie. So now you want to cosplay a funeral. See, that's where the lie comes in. You go, I'm doing this to celebrate Chadwick Boseman. So you celebrate me by giving Disney $15 to go and cosplay and relive my death. If my death is a bad thing, why the hell do you want to relive it? I lost my mama. I don't go around going, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see if I can get the same suit that I wore when my mom passed away and go sit in the same spot in the church to honor my mama. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, you creep. That's Disney is doing every damn thing but literally digging Chad up and trotting his fucking corpse out. If they could, they would. You have basically said fuck Chadwick as a person. You definitely said fuck his family.
Yep.
Because the last
interview said, hey, we won't get Chad. Want to get this character to live.
And the trick is, why would you do that? Why would you force his family? Why would you force his wife to relive the man's death? We're going to go here to this movie. The way you honor Chadwick is at the end of it, in memory of Chadwick Boseman.
Yep.
The thing where you have the Wakandan written all over the place, have something that says in memory of Chadwick Boseman in Wakanda. Something that tells the family, hey, we appreciate your loved one's work, but to sit there, let's relive his death.
And kill him off screen.
Let's kill him off screen of a sickness, the way Chadwick died of cancer.
Yeah.
And then let's relive his death. That's some creep shit from Disney. It's really got me about 2 seconds from selling the Disney stock that I've got because I don't really want to be associated with motherfuckers that sick. The folks talking about, I'm gonna go do this. It's a party atmosphere. I'm gonna put on all my white. This ain't a goddamn puffy white party fool. Funeral, idiot. That's a funeral. That's the character T'Challa's funeral. To say nothing of Chadwick was important as a person. I loved him as an actor. We shared the same birthday. But T'Challa's the important one here. T'Challa's the one that was Black history. T'Challa is bigger than Chadwick. T'Challa existed before Chadwick. T'Challa exists after Chadwick. T'Challa was the one that was Black history.
Yep.
Chadwick didn't make T'Challa. T'Challa made Chadwick. That's his biggest role. It's his biggest role. It just is.
Yeah.
You know, his career, he had a career playing Black, important, historical Black figures. He played Thurgood Marshall. He played Jackie Robinson. He played James Brown. He was excellent in all of them, but that's basically like going, well, you know, since Chadwick died, I ain't gonna listen to Cold Sweat no more. What the hell are you talking about? Well, you can't play no more James Brown because, you know, because Chadwick, because Chadwick was a better James Brown than he was a T'Challa. If you ain't seen Get On Up, he played the hell out of James. He made me a fan of James Brown.
Yeah, he was good.
But it's like, oh, he so embodied that role. I just can't listen to James Brown because, you know, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I can't play baseball no more because, you know.
That's like, as a white guy, that'd be like me going, well, I can't listen to Elvis anymore if Kurt Russell died.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Or you couldn't have had that Elvis movie that came out this summer because Kurt Russell embodied Elvis. And,
he's not in it.
Yeah, I just can't see nobody else's Elvis.
2 + 2 = 4. It always will.
Yeah.
And they're trying to say 2 + 2 = 12 or 22. And it's like, no.
Well, the trick is it stands. It's people standing. Disney can't do any wrong. If you notice that, Disney, from a marketing standpoint, is brilliant. Because Disney, I almost wonder if they put obedience juice in the water or something. But if you know, you cannot criticize a Disney product. And they've literally got you cosplaying a funeral. That is the most ghoulish, creepy, sick shit I've heard of in a long fucking time. Yeah. That is not the way the first movie came out. We all showed up in our kente cloths and dashikis and shit like that, celebrating African culture. You are literally going and cosplaying a fucking funeral. That is sick. That is sick by any stretch of the imagination. If you planning on doing that, you should really have your fucking head checked, because that is some twisted ass shit. Yep. Somewhere your ass has gone off the damn deep end. That is not honoring Chadwick. That is not respecting his family. That's just you on some creep Disney shit. You are helping Disney trot out his corpse for $1. They are profiting off of that man's death. Period. Point blank. Period. Because that's not even them celebrating their property, because they killing off their property so they can trot out his corpse. Yep. You gonna kill off T'Challa's what, 60 years old or better? You gonna kill off a 60-year-old character for this bullshit? I mean, it's just stupid. Yeah. Well, I can't read Marvel Comics anymore because Stan Lee died. I mean, it's just ignorant shit. And you know, and I say this knowing that once it goes through the woke Disney translator, and it's woke as fuck. Oh yeah. That comes out as, well, you hate women. Cause I've already seen that on it. Well, see, it's gonna end up being M'Baku at the end, and that'll fix it. No, the problem ain't that Shuri is Black Panther. That's not fixed by M'Baku as Black Panther. The problem is T'Challa's not Black Panther, you fool. That's the point. That's literally the point. And when you come up, well, it's in the comics, you really don't want to argue about the comic books with me, because I own the first appearance of Black Panther, and the Black Panther originally was just like Batman. The Black Panther was an identity that T'Challa himself created to avenge his father. There was no Black Panther before him. T'Chaka was not the Black Panther. Azuri was not the Black Panther. None of you did not have a Black Panther before T'Challa in the comics, as I'm doing my original comic. Yeah. In his first appearance, he was literally the first Black Panther, because after they beat Claw, he was going to retire. If you don't believe me, if you have Disney Plus, which is a stand, I'm sure you do, go watch the 90s Fantastic Four episode that has the Black Panther in it. They pretty much do that thing, other than having Wyatt Wingfoot in it. They pretty much do it shot for shot. And there was no Black Panther before him, and at the end of the story, he was going to retire it, and the Fantastic Four was like, hey, we could always use more heroes. And they basically convinced him to stay in the role. Yeah. That whole T'Chaka was the Black Panther and all that was retcon.
Yeah, they didn't retcon that until what, late 80s, early 90s?
Yeah, it went a while before, because the trick is, the Panther God only became Bast hell in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Because that was the stereotype, was they were the primitive Africans that worship, a Panther God. And if you don't believe me there, because it's in the comics, go read Christopher Priest's run when T'Challa's dealing with Mephisto. And yeah, when Mephisto comes for T'Challa's soul, you have all these Panther souls comes up and he's corrupting. He's like, where the hell are these coming from? And he's like, I'm a child of my God. And Mephisto goes, the Panther God's not real. And T'Challa tells him, don't tell me, tell them. That whole thing was the primitive African stereotype. Oh, they worship monkeys. M'Baku worship monkeys, and T'Challa worship cats. And you had in the Avengers, you had I think it was based off a segment. You had like the Lion God that had his own avatar and stuff like that. And it was primitive African shit of its day. That whole thing about it being Bast and all of a sudden M'Baku worshiping Hanuman. Hell, the Hanuman thing literally comes from the movie. Because M'Baku didn't worship Hanuman, he just worshipped a big white gorilla. That was part of the deepest, darkest Africa stereotype where hell, you had portions of Wakanda had dinosaurs and all kinds of shit. Yep. And they had these giant horned like white gorillas. And M'Baku was part of a forbidden cult that worshipped the white gorilla instead of the Panther God. And yeah, he got his powers by killing one in hand-to-hand combat. He ate its flesh and drank its blood, and it empowered it. Because Wakanda was full of weird shit.
And he skinned it and wore it as
that's literally
that's where you get the white gorilla in the books.
Yeah.
And they were afraid to do that in the movies because
of the black man in a monkey suit.
Yeah. So they just named him M'Baku.
Yeah, they gave him. Well, that's his actual name. That's his character's actual name. But yeah, this is why you ain't never seen the man ape. Though I did notice in the trailer they had him beating his chest. I was like, man, you getting kind of close there. But as the only black male left in the damn thing, I guess.
Yeah, I figure he'll make it about halfway through the movie and die.
I figure the teaser trailer had him jumping at Namor. I figure that's gonna be a short fucking fight.
Yeah.
And militarily, if we're gonna go story wise, Shuri being Black Panther don't make sense. Because the Atlanteans or whatever the hell they calling the Atlanteans in this, aka Disney's way to get a more favorable minority by literally building it on the Black Panther's bones. They've been trying this shit now 2 or 3 times. And it just didn't work, so I guess they finally said, yes, fuck it. We'll literally just stick a minority we like better on top of Black Panther because they were never, ever, ever comfortable with Black Panther being their highest selling hero. They just were not. Nope. He had the highest grossing solo movie, and they would push his shit back like hell. He was Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was their first attempt at let's create a quote unquote Black Panther movie with a minority we like better. That's the reason why when Shang-Chi came out, they could not keep Black Panther out of their damn mouth. Oh, this is the Asian Black Panther. We the Asian Black Panther. See, if it wasn't Black Panther, we'd be doing this. And people went, dude. Disney, and I've said this before once, and I'll say it a million times, Disney realizes when things are popular, they don't understand why they're popular.
Yeah.
The thing that made Black Panther popular is he was a black male hero. He was not some white man's buddy. He was not some white guy's pal. He didn't answer to some white guy. He was not some white guy's boss. He was a leader of his people. He was the only one that had any kind of damn powers. Because Rhodey hell's in a damn suit that he gets from Tony. He can't even fix his own shit. Falcon was in a government suit that Stark upgraded. He did in Winter Soldier, so he could at least kind of fix his shit. T'Challa was a black man with agency. That's what made him popular. You had strong black men in there that let black men look at somebody and go, hey, this is somebody I want to be. It let sisters come in and go, that's the kind of motherfucker I want.
Yeah.
You know, you had that girl that said she broke her retainer in that scene where Michael B. Jordan took his shirt off. It was eye candy. They said, the hell with that. That sent the wrong message. You might give the little black boys ideas about being leaders. Can't have that shit.
Yeah, what I was going to say is he was also a prince, then became a king, and he had a sense of purpose and history because he knew his dad, he knew of his granddad. There was a history there that he could look at and like a roadmap. And as far as I can think of, that's the first black lead character in any show that I can think of.
Hell, he's the only black character. Daddy.
Yep. He's the only one.
He's it. And even that, his dad was dead, but hell, at least he had, you had scenes where he had a father. You could tell they had a relationship. Monica Rambeau, hell, her dad is a big part of her life. They just completely wrote it out. Hell's like she popped up out of the fucking ground like a gnome or some shit.
Yep. Because you only see the dad or the picture of the dad on the wall. Yeah. You can't even see that close up.
Yeah. The only reason why Monica Rambeau's got a dad is hell, it takes a dad to make a kid. That's it.
Yep.
But that's just it. This is they tried it with Shang-Chi. So they went, see, Shang-Chi is the Asian Black Panther because see, we got an all Asian cast and we giving Asian kids a motherfucker that does kung fu.
Yep.
Motherfucker, I grew up with Asian heroes that did kung fu. So, but if you remember during the marketing, they were trying to act like that was some great, see, we're giving Asians inclusive. It's all this inclusion. And see, now little Asian kids have somebody to look up to.
Bruce Lee.
And they were sitting there, they were talking that shit. I'm sitting there going, hell, motherfucker, I grew up with Asian heroes. I had Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Jet Li. What the fuck are you talking about? Asian. You want to impress me? Give me an Asian hero that don't do kung fu or math.
Yep.
Because even when it's magic, it's chi magic, which is basically kung fu. Or you got Amadeus Cho, whose superpower is math. Well, you do math. And when I eat sweets, I do math better. But we're not stereotypical in the arts. No. We're inclusive. So when it comes, that didn't work. They tried, She-Hulk is their female Black Panther, quote unquote, because it's all female writing staff, and everybody else woman, every man in it is shit. Got the lowest fucking ratings of any damn thing. Hell, you got She-Hulk. Hell, I'm a She-Hulk fan. You got She-Hulk fans basically go, what the hell is this crap? This character don't act right.
I will give them on She-Hulk credit for one thing. I never ever thought I would see Ella Porcupine, Man-Bull. What was the black vampire dude's name?
Some cat that's supposed to be from something. Saracen or something.
I want to say I've seen him in like Deadpool or some crap like that. I never thought I would have seen a live action version of any of those. And I'm like,
having seen the still shots, Danny, I think I'd have been happier not seeing them.
Yeah, because the only book I ever had with Man-Bull in it was the one where he was losing his mind. He fought the Grey Hulk, where he was a monster. And to see him treated like some goof, that fell in line with She-Hulk's typical every man in it is either evil or goof.
Yeah.
That's the two speeds that well, Daredevil, you finally got Daredevil as the first one to go, at least he's well adjusted and they still treat like. But anyway. But yeah, that was secret to this is having whatever minority we have in the writer's room. Well, that didn't work. They created what I call the Black Panther killer in Spider-Man No Way Home, and the whole point of that was because they had tried to go, well, Captain Marvel's going to be the face of the MCU, and you had the question, why? Tony Stark was the face of the MCU because, one, he was the first hero, and two, his movies made the most money. Well, Black Panther made more money than all that. Black Panther made more money than the first two fucking Spider-Man movies.
Yep.
Made more money than Captain Marvel, so when you went, well, Captain Marvel's going to be the face. Why? Black Panther's the one that did it. Shit. Well, Spider-Man, we tried it first with Spidey, it didn't work. We tried again with Spidey, it didn't work. So what did they do? They went, all right, I know how we'll finally do it. One, Chad's dead. Yay us. That's step one. Couldn't plan for that one. Just a happy accident. Now, we will craft a Spider-Man movie with every goddamn living Spider-Man that has existed in the past 20 fucking years, all his most popular heroes. We will make the biggest ball of nostalgia porn we can possibly do, and they finally managed to knock off Black Panther, which now they can go, Spider-Man, because he got the biggest fucking movie. Black Panther 2 ain't gonna touch that.
No.
Why? And why won't
if they make the money back it cost them to make it, I'll be shocked.
Well, they already go, it's gonna make 40% less than the other. Which, you know, if you made a $700 million movie, but the point is they needed it not to do what most sequels to hits do. A lot of times when you have a mega hit first movie, that sequel outdoes the first one.
Yeah.
Iron Man 2 made more than one. Empire Strikes Back made more than Star Wars. So if Black Panther 2 made more than Black Panther, then, you know, you talking about, hell, probably $1 billion domestic kind of gross. So what you do? You take Black Panther. Jason, when we would read Black Panther books, how would they always sabotage the Black Panther book when they want to get rid of it?
They take T'Challa out and put somebody else in the spot. Casper Cole or Shuri.
Yep. That is exactly how they have always sabotaged his book. Well, up until the 2000 and the woke era where you get the Ta-Nehisi Coates and the John Ridleys that come in here that have enough internalized misandry that they don't need to touch a male character. You know, they do a monthly fuck T'Challa book and expect you to pay for it. And Marvel will not cancel it because that's the point. It's to drive the character down. You got to put it's putting T'Challa back in his place. Where if you had like a white writer doing it like they tried before, you had backlash. You had people go, hey, this motherfucker's fucking, what the hell wrong with y'all? Oh, okay, I see. So you get you one of these woke puppets that probably didn't grow up with a father that they ain't used to, and you seeing that. I said I wasn't gonna say it, but damn it, I'm gonna say it. That's part of the push you seeing for cats now that's caping so hard for Shuri. It's a way to say I ain't grew up with a dad in my home without saying I ain't grew up with a dad in my home. They are not used to living under the protection of a man, or seeing a man go out and handle business, a man being the protector, a man being the provider, a man being the leader of the family. So T'Challa made them feel some kind of way. You looked at T'Challa like, hell, this dude's a boss. Now look at me and hell, I'm living in my girlfriend's house. I ain't running shit. And really that inspired, and in some cats' cases, it inspired them. After that first movie, you start seeing brothers going, yeah, I'm gonna get my shit together. Hey, I'm gonna go buy some land. I'm gonna go buy some stock. I'm gonna get my shit together. I'm gonna be about my business. That's another reason why you had to get that the hell out. But you see these cats and they comfortable with Shuri as Black Panther because it reminds them of how they grew up. They used to mama going out and handling business. They used to standing behind mama. Problem come up, you run to mama. There ain't no daddy there. You the man of the house and you subordinate to your mom. And that fits in that psyche. So now when you see Wakanda and it ain't hardly no men there at all. Yeah, that's the shit you grew up in.
I was reading a thing online. This guy had been with his group and they had been arguing about whether the Black Panther 2 was going to be good or this, that, or the other. And you had one of the guys chime in and was saying that they had a family member, black guy, said had spent like 12 years in prison. And when Black Panther had come out while he was in prison, so it wasn't until he got out that he was able to watch it. And he was talking to his son, who was 13 or 14 at this time. And he said, after having Barack Obama in office shows you that a black man can rise to a high level of power, having Colin Powell as, a thing. And then having this movie, Black Panther, where you have a guy that, he's this, he's this, he's this, all the positive things that you named off. You got no excuse. You can't look up to me because I screwed up my life and I spent 12 years of your life away from you. You saw me behind glass. So if you don't want to become me, don't become me. Become them. You've got 3 positive role models right here. 2 are real life people. 1 is a fictional character, but the actor that portrayed him, they got a section of a university named after him now. Grow up and be like them. I screwed up my life, which also screwed up yours. I take the blame. Take these 3 positive role models and roll with it. Become something. And you had one guy that was making, that they had been having this argument, and he said, that's why they're killing out, that's why they screwed up.
That's literally why they killed him.
He said, the Republicans have done everything they can to badmouth Obama. They've done everything they can to badmouth Powell. Now Disney and all these corporations are screwing over the character because you had one movie that gave all little black males somebody to look up to.
It becomes this, and it's fairly deep because and you can go into this because entertainment, truthfully, is propaganda. All entertainment is propaganda. It's teaching you a lesson. It's teaching you how the people in control prefer you think. But the trick to it is that's how patriarchies work. You'll have this woke, and I do woke in quotes, thing that, the patriarchy, the way you fight the patriarchy is put women all over the damn place. Because they're the most oppressed. The most oppressed people in a patriarchy is the subordinate male. And the subordinate male is the most oppressed in a patriarchy because the subordinate male is the threat. No people have ever been taken out of oppression wholly by their women. None of them. Nobody. Nobody's ever been oppressed that their women rise up and lead the people out of oppression. Women are booty. And they call them because you can have sex with them. They will sell you out for a powerful male. Males are the problem. Every conqueror destroys the men. They take people, they kill the men. They kill the boys. They butt break the boys. They turn the boys into eunuchs. That is what you are seeing in a more quote-unquote civilized America. As a black man, black men don't have light. You don't have... Well, once upon a time, you had a dad in the house. I grew up with my father. My friends had dads. There were dads around. But you got, 30 years now of ain't no dad. There's no dad in the house. If TV's raising you, you're going to have a piece of crap. You have a lot of guys that are caricatures of men. Because I'm a man because my dad taught me how to be one. I was born male. My dad trained me to be a man. When I was growing up, they were thinking, hey, son, you gonna leave the house one day. You got to be able to do this. You need to be able to do that. If the burglar comes in, you the one that's gonna have to go and do this. You need to be physically, mentally, spiritually strong because you are going to lead a family. Well, you don't have that now. You have dudes that didn't have a guy around to teach them how to be a man. So what they are is their mother's caricature of a man. This is mama didn't teach you to be a man because mama ain't never been one. She can't teach you to be something she's never been. So you end up with these male caricatures. I'm faux hyper masculine. In other words, I think being a man is beating the living hell out of anybody that I find or busting a cap in you because you stepped on my shoe because you disrespected me. I'm hyper masculine. I'm kind of violent. But I'm really reacting like a woman. Because the trick is you overly emotional. Yeah, you step on, hey bro, you stepped on my shoe, you wipe the damn shoe off and go on. You ain't unloading the damn gun in you over a shoe.
Yeah.
That's chick shit. Because you ain't had a man around. You don't know, your emotions all off. You gossipy like a chick. Because you grew up around mama and your sisters and your grandmama, so you gossip and shit like a woman. You ain't But that's what that's how patriarchies operate. They don't want you they never want you to think, I can run things. The greatest line out of Hudlin's Black Panther run was when T'Challa took over as king. The first thing he started doing was, I'm going to get married. Because he said being the leader of a family helps center you to lead the nation. And another thing that was out of that run was he was saying, and it creates a family. And the family is the foundation of a nation, which is true. So what have you got in this thing? You ain't got no damn families. You know, Okoye was married to Wakabi. He made that relationship toxic. He's in jail and now she's booed up with a chick. You had the potential of Nakia and T'Challa. Well, you ain't killed T'Challa off, so you ain't got no family there. And they talking about, you know, Nakia's going to come out, oh, I'm pregnant with a son, so now you're going to have a single mother with a son with no father. So you're going to have this break. So the shit is propaganda, from the cosplaying a funeral to the all of a sudden Wakanda looks about like Themyscira. You got one fucking man in the whole damn country, apparently.
Yep.
You know, you setting up Latinos as God, because Namor, you know, they already referring to him as the winged serpent, like he's Quetzalcoatl or some shit. So, the hell. But that's the minority. They would much rather Namor be a breakout star from this than having T'Challa's ass. Because it ain't white, but it's white adjacent, which is good enough.
So we're coming up on time. So we probably need to wrap this up with any final thoughts y'all have.
One of the things that I was talking with another guy, and he made a statement, and it was when it went something like this, that the guy that they got now to play Namor, they can control his career, where Boseman, he quit his first acting job on a soap opera because
he didn't like the way the black dude was portrayed.
Yeah, he did not want to be the dope slinging, gun wielding thug. And the roles that he chose to take, you had a positive role model to, he was a cop, but he was a good cop. He was a superhero. He was a great superhero. He's a baseball player. He made history. He chose roles that didn't portray black men in a negative manner. And with this guy that they've got his name on, I couldn't tell you another role he's ever done. But Disney is already looking at, or that studio is already looking at his career path based on an interview I saw with somebody, and they're like, we see great things in his future. And I'm thinking, okay, how many negative stereotypical roles are you going to shove down his throat? Yeah.
There's no telling, but this one is definitely my problem with the whole damn thing. Is, it's this, and this will be controversial. I don't care anymore. It's black people paying the piper, but everybody else dancing the fucking jig, and that's getting old. You couldn't do it Shang-Chi couldn't do it on his own. Namor can't do it on his own. So you literally putting it on top of black folks to carry somebody else to a greater fucking height.
They're putting it on top of Boseman's casket.
Yeah.
That's just
blacks and black people in general. Because the trick is, Wakanda Forever is not going to be about Wakanda. It's going to be about Atlantis or whatever the hell they call it Atlantis. That's you already know that's what the hell that's gonna be about, because that's the only fucking main character you got. Sure, he's Black Panther ain't fucking Black Panther. It's a knockoff. It's basically doing a damn movie. Here's something similar. The Batman was a hit, and I'm in control of Warner Brothers, and I like the black character Orpheus, and I'm gonna have the next Batman movie have Orpheus in it, and instead of Bruce Wayne, I'm gonna have Jean-Paul Valley as Batman, and we gonna see how that flies.
It's called Crash and Burn.
Yeah, because with any other hero, you wouldn't do a Jean-Paul Valley Batman movie. No, you wouldn't do a Connor Hawk Green Arrow movie. Shit. They wouldn't do a damn Jon Stewart Green Lantern movie, and he's more popular with that generation than hell Hal Jordan was.
Yeah, they just pretty him out of the books right around there too.
Yeah. But that's the point. They would do that with no damn body else. But when it comes to T'Challa, Boseman was just so good, we just can't replace him. The fuck out of here. And then they used it, well, it's in the comics. Do you know how much fucking shit that's been in the comics that was cool that you left? Thanos didn't worship death. Hulk don't get mad and stronger. Christ Jesus. Hell, Namor ain't Latino. There's a shit ton of shit just in that fucking M'Baku's not a good guy. Hell, if we going for in the comics and want some inclusion, Rhodey was Iron Man.
Yeah.
You gonna do that? Are you gonna put Rhodey in Iron Man's armor with Robert Downey Jr. still breathing? Fuck out of here. And Tony Stark, the character, is dead. Let him announce in Iron Wars that Rhodey gonna be the new damn Iron Man and watch all hell break loose. They ain't about to do that shit.
Mm-mm.
But it's in the comics. You had Captain Marvel. The first female Captain Marvel wasn't Carol Danvers, it was Monica Rambeau. But you said fuck the comics with that. Monica Rambeau's most important character in her life's her father. And you said fuck that. Monica Rambeau tends to date black men in the comics. I bet you they're gonna say the hell with that if she dates anybody.
Yep. Or they'll make her gay.
Because they were already hinting at that with her mom. Well, you know, her mama might have been messing around with Carol. The fuck? Yeah. It'll be something, but that'll be different. It's in the comics when it goes along with the crap that we trying to push. And then if it don't go along with the crap we trying to push, then fuck them comics. You know, the ancient ones are old Chinese guy in the comics. You got a white woman.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's enough for my rant. I'll be here all day. No T'Challa, no ticket. I don't give a damn what this movie does. I would hope that it would flop. I don't have enough faith in people. Haven't seen how many creeps are wanting to cosplay a funeral. I don't have any faith that it'll flop. But one damn thing I will definitely say is it will not get a fucking dime of mine.
No.
Alrighty, so that'll wrap us up for today. If you agree with any of this rant, if you want to rant at us, you can reach us in the comments below or at thenerdeternal@gmail.com. Agree with us or disagree with us, we'll be happy to hear from you. So once again, I've been the experience that some call Jason, and with me has been
The Blurred Dawn of the Veil, the Todd Father.
CDL 113, the droid you're looking for.
and we will see y'all next time.